Sleepiburgh, a settlement in the fertile farmland near the mountains. Nothing ever happens here, apart from some good deeds and the odd exchange of kind-hearted greetings. A disgusting pit of Hades, in other words.
Alright, hello everyone, and this is yet another level. So, on this level we need to do two things first. So we need to isolate from the enemy keeper, and we need to start researching as soon as possible. So we need to build walls against the enemy keepers so that they couldn't dig towards us, and we need to claim the portal as soon as possible and build the lair and library so that we can start researching, and we can also train warlocks that come. So we need to build those tunnels like this and isolate those two dirt tiles and do the same from the other side. So we can also isolate only one piece of dirt. And also there is another direction from which they can come, is those angles that you can see here. So this one and the other one. So once we have done that, we can start training our warlocks, and also we actually shouldn't wait until that, so we need to build a library as soon as possible. So yeah, we'll dig gold as usual, and there's a boulder trap here, so we need to keep that in mind. So we need to that's why we need to take care not for our imps not to fall for this trap. So yeah, the library is already too small because there are a lot of warlocks, and we will need to continue to do research, the torture chamber. So we are very limited in terms of what creatures we can have, so we need to rush towards the torture chamber basically. So yeah, there is a workshop there as well. As you can see, we have gotten a level 10 troll, and we will claim the workshop. And so our priority should be research and training warlocks, so that high-level warlocks can actually do research faster as well. And we can start taking this gold. So I usually build a small treasure room and a big one, so that you can mine gems and imps don't have to travel very far. And the bigger one is the overflow one, so they will only go there when the primary one is full. So if we are short on money, we should start. Imps will have shorter travel distances, and we will have higher cash flow. So I have finally dug the room for library as well, so we can start researching properly and also training properly. And basically after some time we now have a functioning dungeon finally. So I have also been getting rid of trolls because they're useless, they're not good warriors, and on this map the creature limit for us is actually lower than for the blue keeper and the green one. Apparently they're supposed to be fighting each other, but due to some either errors in the scenario or something, they're actually not fighting, so they're not allied as well, but at least they don't prevent each other from doing their thing, so this complicates things. Also, I have built a torture chamber, so I will start attracting mistresses, finally. And I will also probably get rid of some warlocks in the process. Also, I finally remembered that there is yet another entrance to our dungeon, which is this one, on the north. So we'll need to isolate this one too as well. So preferably it needs to be done as soon as possible, but at least once you realize it, you don't have much time. You need to isolate this part as well. It may not become useful at all, but in my case, I definitely need it. So, yeah, we need to isolate this part. So I just got in time. So our dungeon is now safe. And I really don't want level 1 warlocks or even like some high level warlocks. I don't really want my army to consist only of warlocks. Also, because we now have torture chamber, I can start torturing the warlock, so that all other warlocks they should get less payment, and they should also try to work harder, as far as I remember. And it is fun, because I really don't like warlocks, so because we don't have any other choice, we'll have to deal with them, and you better be efficient at them. Also, you can sacrifice imps, which I have done. So when you sacrifice imps, the price for each imp drops by 150, so you can actually create many more imps before the price will start to rise. So I have been sacrificing all my imps and created a bunch of new ones, just for fun. Not really for fun, but to save time mostly. If you don't like this cheat, you can not do that. I was also thinking about like building a trap room to try to go to the enemy keepers in the center, but I decided not to do that in the end. Also, once you research graveyard, you can start creating vampires. And because we have lower creature limits, we basically don't have any good options how to get better army than our opponents. So it is still probably it is still possible, but I'm not sure what the best way to deal with this map actually is without transferring creature. So if you transfer the creature, you can just dig towards the enemy keepers and kill both of them before they know what happened, really. So this level is really easy if you do transfer a creature, like Horned Reaper, for example. And, yeah, so I've been sacrificing imps a lot. So one of the things is to train your imps, of course, so that you will have even better income. And also you can kill them and raise them as vampires, which we will definitely do. So yeah, it is a good idea to start training some imps at least. So yeah, the training room is full, you can see it by the green indicator. And yeah, you can send other imps to dig. And you can tell that they are not really efficient right now because the treasure room is really full. So yeah, you can keep sacrificing imps that are not good. There is Warlock. That's one of the reasons why I really don't like Warlocks, is because they keep killing my imps. They're very arrogant guys, just like me. That's probably why I hate them. So yeah, it's really a good idea to create a bunch of vampires, and we'll shortly start doing that after sacrificing a bunch of spare imps, of course. So there are several ways how you can kill a lot of imps. You can kill them by hand, obviously, but there is a much more efficient option as well, which is the boulder trap. So yeah, you can just lock the door and slap the boulder trap using your hand, and it will go. And this way is... I mean, there are other options as well. You can make Horned Reaper angry. And there is a Horned Reaper on this map, actually, behind the workshop. But yeah, boulder trap is also not a bad option, right? So, as you can see, it takes like 8 imps or so to make a vampire. And you probably want vampires to live somewhere different from the warlocks. I was also thinking about scavenging creatures, which may work actually. So there are some creatures that you may or may not attract, but I didn't really have much success with scavenging, so you can try that. But yeah, I really didn't succeed with this plan, to be honest. So I tried that, but it wasn't really that good. So yeah, just create a lot of imps, kill them, make sure that your imps bring everything, so yeah, as I said, I tried scavenging, but well, it wasn't really successful. There are a bunch of doors there and traps in the north, mostly because I just wanted to get boulder traps. And there, as I said, behind the workshop there was a Horned Reaper, so you should ensure that you have a good source of income before training him. That's why I didn't get him at the start, because I only had level 1 imps. I thought that wouldn't be enough. So as you can see, Mistresses and Horned Reaper don't really get paid for scavenging, so this means that there are no creatures to scavenge. So there are some heroes on this map, so if you transfer to hero you could scavenge, like wizards for example, and it would also work. So create a bunch more vampires, and then you research the destroy walls spell. So even if your enemy has built a wall, you can destroy it. And I'm starting with the blue keeper. I don't think it really matters. So you can also conceal your imps so that you can claim some territory before going into their dungeon. This will allow you to drop your creatures closer to the heart, and also it will also allow you to basically disarm any traps that are there, in case there are some. So in my case there were no traps, but if there are, and you have been claiming the enemy territory, at least you know that there are no traps, or you will disarm them using your imps and not the creatures. So claiming territory from the enemy keeper is not that easy, but it is possible. So you can use lightning to kill the enemy imps. It is pretty effective, I would say, especially if you hold it until the 3000. It will kill nearby imps as well. So yeah, it is very useful if you have spare money to kill any imps that are on your way. And as you can see, there are no traps. And we are very close to the dungeon heart. So we should have enough with 8 vampires extra. We should have enough to kill the Blue Keeper. So let's see what happens.
Creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are under attack. Your minions are winning a battle. Your minions are winning a battle. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are under attack. Your minions are winning a battle. The enemy is destroying your rules. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are under attack. A trap has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough. The enemy has destroyed your rules. Your minions are winning a battle. You have defeated an enemy keeper. Some of your minions are...
So yeah, as you can hear, I have lost quite a few units, but most of them were like warlocks and a couple of vampires. So Horned Reaper survived, and a bunch of so mostly high level units all survived. So you might want to wait a little bit more than I did, but it shouldn't matter that much. Also, as you can see, only level 10 warlocks are left, which is also fine. So yeah.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are
So
winning a battle.
you don't want to wait for too long before attacking the Greenkeeper, because you should have enough army left. Otherwise, he will attack you. So yeah, just wait enough time to recover, and that's it. Also, keep in mind that because there is a blue there is no blue tile anymore. The walls that are directly adjacent to the unclaimed land need to be fortified again. I'm not sure if this is a bug or not, but you need to do this every time this happens. So yeah, I will be claiming the territory of Blue Keeper and let Reaper and others rest. So yeah. Also, there are some units that don't have enough, that are not high level enough. You want to train them. So yeah, we'll just claim everything and like wait a little bit, and that's it. So yeah, we're already attacking the Green Keeper. I think Blue Keeper starts with 1 extra unit or something like that, so that's why I attacked the blue one first, but I don't think it really matters. You may choose to attack the green one instead first. It shouldn't change much if you have 8 extra vampires. So some imps that I'm training are probably trying to go to the graveyard.
Your creatures are under attack.
So yeah,
Your creatures are
in this
falling in
case
battle.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm concealing the imp and
Falling in battle. Impossible.
trying to go as close to Dungeon Heart as possible.
A door has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough. You have claimed an enemy room.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the Dungeon Heart is to the north. Yeah. So yeah, we just call to arms and drop all our units here, and we're done. You should try to drop the stronger units first, that have more health, and ranged ones like warlocks in the end. But we don't really have any beefy units, sadly, so except for Horned Reaper maybe. Maybe vampires. Vampires are not actually that tough. So yeah, you would want to drop wild demons and stuff like that first, if at all possible, so that they absorb some damage and they do fighting, and ranged units fight others. So as you can see, Green Keeper was much easier to defeat for some reason. So it wasn't as challenging at all. So yeah, the Horned Reaper can actually continue training. No others can go on their feet because they can. They won't get angry about it, and the Horned Reaper definitely will. So yeah, there will be a bunch of vampires, because so many units were killed. So yeah, there are a lot. So there are 2 extra vampires, or even 3. So yeah, we're going to claim the territory once again, and the heroes are actually not a big deal at all. So I was trying to get the level 1 imp. I'm not sure how to get the lowest level creatures, so you can hold control and get the highest level creatures, but not sure how to do those. So yeah, level 10 warlocks should be more than enough to kill the thieves that are behind this door. as you can see.
The enemy. Your
It's really
minions are
not
winning the
hard.
battle.
And the number of creatures that we have currently should also be more than enough to kill the heroes behind the other door. So, at first I thought that maybe level 10 warlocks would be enough, but I don't think that that it will be enough. But we have more, so especially the Horn Reaper can kill a lot. So, yeah, I basically, I think Mistresses joined on their own because they can teleport. And yeah, you can kill level 8 wizards, but because there are knights and other guys as well, we need everyone, including those warlocks that are hungry and left. So yeah, this level is pretty easy once you once you have vampires. Otherwise, it is hard. Alright, thanks for watching and see you next time.